Now to another thread, this one in the contested region of Kashmir. For over 60 years, India and Pakistan have been fighting over the territory, currently split between the two of them. On one side, over 100 Kashmiris have been killed in recent months during protests against Indian rule. But as Ali Maqbool now reports, there is trouble brewing on the Pakistani side as well.
In Pakistani-run Kashmir, the call to jihad still draws the crowds. In the middle of the day, in one of the squares of the main city here, this militant leader is urging new recruits to step forward to fight India. And they are doing. This 25-year-old, whose identity we've concealed, was a university engineering student at the beginning of the year. Now he's a militant.
I started going to sermons given by preachers, and thank God I joined a jihadi group. I went to a training camp with hundreds of others for 3 months. Now I'm ready to do whatever they ask me to win all of Kashmir from the Indians.
He told us his relatives approved, but they all said the opposite, and that they didn't want him to die needlessly. There was a time when it was an open secret that the Pakistani authorities were directly behind militancy in Kashmir. Islamabad says that thanks to its monitoring, that is something that simply isn't happening anymore.
And I assure you, as a state, as a government, there is no such policy of training any Kashmiri militant to be sent across. There is nothing of the sort. If there is anything, there might be some non-state actors.
But there are many who think the government just isn't telling the whole story.
The intelligence agencies in Pakistan are fully supporting and financing militant groups here, and the government is completely aware. They will tell you there are no training camps, but of course there are. This has always been Pakistan's Kashmir strategy, but it has only damaged our cause.
These people feel Pakistan is interfering, not for the sake of Kashmiris, but to keep India engaged in conflict and to use the militants as a bargaining chip in negotiations. Well, these protesters who've now blocked the city of Muzaffarabad are calling not just for Indian forces, but Pakistani forces as well to quit Kashmir. And the support for this type of sentiment seems to be growing. The issue of Kashmir has been the focal point of hatred between India and Pakistan for decades. And while people here are united in their anger over Indian human rights abuses on the other side of these hills, a sizable proportion feel Pakistan too is playing a dangerous game with their homeland. Ali Maqbool, BBC News, Muzaffarabad.